What if those who have already departed still had something to reveal to us? And if there were a mystery so impactful and transformative that many wish to keep it hidden? Today, you will learn about the astonishing journey of Elsa Barker, a woman who received direct communications from a dimension beyond our own. Get ready, because what I am about to share may radically alter your perception of life and what happens after death. But first, I need to warn you. This is the fourth attempt to publish this content. The skeptics and those who prefer to keep certain truths hidden do not want this information to reach you. So, watch until the end, because this video could be removed at any moment. Moreover, I have a special gift for you, something that will further expand your understanding of the other side. Don't miss this opportunity. Now answer me. Do you believe in the existence of life after death? Do you think it's possible that those who have passed on try to communicate with us? Leave your comment below. I also want to know where you are watching from. Write the name of your city or country in the comments. Think about it. Messages coming from people who have already left this world. Could this be real? Or are we dealing with something that science, still limited, has not yet managed to decipher? Are the skeptics really right? Or do they simply fear facing the truth about what happens after death? Are you ready to question everything you have always believed? Stay with me, because in this video, I will reveal the most impactful messages received by Elsa Barker and why they left the entire world perplexed. Watch until the end, because I will share something that may forever change the way you see existence. Leave your opinion in the comments. Do you believe in communication with the beyond or not? Write yes or no and explain why. I really want to know your point of view. The experience of Elsa Barker. Elsa Barker was a renowned American writer and poet, admired both for her literary talent and for her extraordinary experiences. Born in the late 19th century, she lived in a time when interest in spirituality and psychic phenomena was growing. Her novels and poetry gained recognition, but it was a set of enigmatic messages that truly propelled her name into the world. Everything happened unexpectedly. While living in Paris in 1913, Elsa entered a trance-like state while writing. During these moments, she felt as if her hand was being guided by an invisible force, a phenomenon known as automatic writing. The result of these experiences were messages attributed to a deceased judge named David P. Hatch, who claimed to communicate with her directly from the beyond. These writings contained detailed descriptions of existence after death, explaining the experiences of souls that left the earthly plane and continued their journey in another dimension. The content was so profound and striking that Elsa believed it was impossible for it to have come solely from her imagination. Compiling these messages, she published a book titled Letters from a Living Dead Man, which quickly became known in various parts of the world. Elsa claimed that her connection with Hatch transcended any logical explanation. According to her, the information was extremely precise and filled with details that could not have come from her conscious mind. Moreover, she felt a strong sense of purpose while recording these messages. Hatch supposedly had a clear objective: to convey to the living a glimpse of what happens after death and bring comfort to those who fear the unknown. Despite criticism and skepticism from many, Elsa remained steadfast in her conviction. To her, these messages were authentic and served as indisputable proof that life continues beyond the physical plane. Her courage and the impact of her revelations made her a controversial and fascinating figure, provoking discussions that still echo today. What the messages reveal. The communications received by Elsa Barker and published in the book Letters from a Living Dead Man offer an intriguing perspective on what happens after death, the purpose of life, and the existence of a spiritual plane. According to Hatch, these messages provide deep teachings and reflections on the immortality of the soul and the mysteries of the universe. Life after death. Hatch's messages indicate that death does not represent a definitive end, but rather a transition to a new state of existence. He describes a harmonious and enriching spiritual world, where souls continue their evolution, face challenges, and expand their understanding, without the limitations of the physical body. According to him, upon arriving in this plane, souls go through an adaptation phase, in which they revisit their actions on Earth and understand the lessons they still need to assimilate. Striking excerpt. Death is not an end. but a passage to a new dwelling in the vast house of the universe. What truly matters is not wealth or titles, but the actions we take and the love we spread along the way. The purpose of life. Hatch explains that the experience on Earth is a continuous learning process, where each individual evolves through their choices and interactions. He emphasizes that the true meaning of existence is spiritual development, the search for genuine love, and the understanding of the connection between all things. Inspirational excerpt. The goal of life is not to accumulate material wealth, but to cultivate the wisdom and love that you will carry with you forever. Every act of kindness is a seed planted in the soil of eternity. What lies beyond the veil? According to the messages, the spiritual world is dynamic and structured into different planes of consciousness, reflecting the levels of evolution of each soul. Hatch reports that souls continue to learn, interact with one another, and even assist the living through intuitions and signs. He also emphasizes that the bonds of love between the living and the departed remain unbreakable. Deep summary. Souls live in a state of greater freedom and clarity, but carry with them the consequences of their actions on Earth. There is a welcoming light that guides the transition to the other plane, providing comfort and understanding. Progress in the beyond depends on the soul's effort to overcome limitations and evolve spiritually. Messages of hope and comfort. One of the most touching aspects of Hatch's communications is the comfort they bring to those who fear death or suffer from the loss of loved ones. He assures that love is eternal, and that those who have passed remain close, watching over us and assisting. Comforting. Excerpt. Do not cry for us as if we are far away, for we are closer than you think. Love crosses all barriers and can never be destroyed. Final reflection. The messages channeled by Elsa Barker challenged traditional beliefs about death and inspired thousands of people to face life with more meaning and hope. Her writings remain an invitation for us to reflect on our journey and on what truly matters. Want to know more about this fascinating mystery? Keep watching, because the next revelation may surprise you. Similar reports. W.T. Stead and the automatic writing. The British journalist W.T. Stead also claimed to have practiced automatic writing. He published a book entitled Letters from Julia, which allegedly contained messages from his deceased friend, Julia Ames. The descriptions of life after death in this book are remarkably similar to the revelations of Elsa Barker. Leonora Piper. A medium widely studied by the Society for Psychical Research, SPR, in London, Piper was famous for providing incredibly accurate information about deceased individuals, often corroborated by their relatives. Her sessions were investigated by scientists, sparking heated debates about her authenticity. Allan Kardec and Spiritualism. The spiritualist movement, led by Allan Kardec, presented documented cases of mediums who claimed to receive detailed messages from loved ones and superior spirits, often through automatic writing or psychography. Society and science's reaction. In Elsa Barker's time, society was divided between skepticism and fascination with spiritualism. The late 19th century saw a growing interest in psychic phenomena, with the popularization of mediumship sessions and debates on the existence of a spiritual world. Popular acceptance. For many people, the accounts of Barker and other mediums offered comfort and hope during times of war and mourning, especially after World War I. The fear of death and the desire to connect with loved ones made these phenomena extremely popular. Scientific skepticism. While much of the population embraced the idea of life after death, the science of the time viewed these claims with extreme skepticism. Researchers argued that automatic writing was a product of the subconscious mind, not from an external source. However, some serious investigations, such as those carried out by the SPR, recorded cases that challenged conventional explanations. Evidence and controversies. Testimonies of truth. Many readers of Barker's messages reported feeling a personal connection to the texts, as if their own experiences and feelings were being described. Automatic writing. The level of detail and philosophical depth of the messages challenged the idea that they could be the result of imagination or invention. Elsa Barker, like other mediums, claimed that she had no conscious control over what she was writing, and often the messages contained information that she had no way of knowing. Connections to the present. The messages received by Elsa Barker remain extremely relevant today. Interest in spirituality, life after death, and inexplicable phenomena has grown in recent decades, fueled by advancements in consciousness research and contemporary near-death experience reports. Modern spirituality practices such as meditation, past life regression, and studies of consciousness have gained popularity, often addressing themes similar to those in Barker's messages. Near-death experiences, NDEs. Reports from people who have undergone NDEs present impressive parallels with Barker's descriptions of the spiritual world, including the idea of transitioning to a higher state of consciousness, life reviews, and a profound sense of peace. Emotional and inspirational aspect. Comfort for those who have lost loved ones. The pain of loss can be devastating, but stories like Elsa Barker's suggest that those who have passed are still present in some way. Their messages speak of love, forgiveness, and continuity, bringing a sense of peace to those in mourning. An inspiring narrative. Imagine a woman named Anna, who lost her mother unexpectedly. For months, she struggled with pain and emptiness. One day, while watching a documentary about Elsa Barker, she was touched by a message. Love is the bond that never breaks. We are closer than you think. Inspired, Anna researched more about Barker's work and found comfort in realizing that her mother was still a part of her life, even in a different way. Final reflection. Elsa Barker's messages continue to inspire and provoke reflections on humanity's greatest mystery. What exists beyond earthly life? We want to know your opinion. Do you believe there is something beyond life? Have you had any inexplicable experience that challenged your view of death or the spiritual? Do you feel that any loved one has tried to communicate with you in some way? Leave your comment. Your story may inspire others who are going through difficult times. If this content has brought new reflections or comfort to you, share it with friends and family. Maybe this message can also transform someone's day. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to follow our intriguing stories, mysteries, and exciting revelations. Remember, the love and connections we create are eternal.